Hello. So it's me again. Shock. I mean, you're on my channel, so why would you be surprised? I just finished recording the YouTube update video, so this is going to be the Twitch update video. I suppose that doesn't really matter unless you haven't seen the other videos, so now you know it exists, but whatever. And eventually there'll be a video about me. So, sure. So, Twitch. What's going on with Twitch? I guess I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a longer form here because there are going to be some new people that just frankly haven't seen this before and they just don't know. And I think if I can give a good grounding foundation for what is happening, has happened, what hopefully will happen, that'll be cool. And any updates that I do from this point forward can just be current events. So foundationally, when I started on Twitch, I had two goals. One was to stream because I thought it'd be fun. And two was to be able to show CV play because there just really wasn't a lot of that. Gaishu would play it, but he kind of played it as in like, whoa, CVs are broken, you know? Okay. So I wanted to get play out so that I could teach, I could introduce people to it, and I could also teach boys to play against it and allow people to see how it works so that they could play against it as well. Basically get information out because people don't like what they don't know. And if you don't see anybody playing the damn thing and you don't play it yourself, then shit. So it's basically kind of the mission statement was I'm going to put CV content out. And I did. It was controversial, as CVs often are. Also controversial was my initial titling. I put myself as top NA CV, meaning like top end in North American CV or a top NA CV. But I thought 3 words was probably correct for a title, and I wanted to keep it short so it was easy to read and like the lineup in the channel space. But there were a lot of people that thought I was an arrogant son of a bitch, so, which I'm sure I am. But it was an unacceptable amount of arrogant son of a bitch, and I ended up changing it to flight instructor because I think that more accurately kind of did what I was doing or communicated what I was trying to do, and play-by-play commentary because that's what it was, literally. Thanks to Bogsy, actually, for helping me figure that idea out, which is much more PR friendly. So we did the flight instructor thing for basically 6 months straight, maybe 7. 7 days a week, 2 hours or more a day, every day, pretty religiously. Then school got in the way, life got in the way, other stuff got in the way, and the time started to fluctuate, and it just started not happening all the time. Some stream sniping stuff got in the way. Just, it was what it was. It was an experience. Well, moving forward, I changed what I did. I started playing more surface ships. I started playing destroyer lines. I started playing cruiser lines, some battleship stuff, directive stuff. I started to really mix things up, and the flight instructor really got set off to the side. I did try to reintroduce this, but I didn't want to be committed to a 7-day grind again. I enjoyed having the freewheeling possibility of being able to be myself, but, you know, still be constant and interact. I mean, I have subscribers. I have people that help fund the channel and care about this. And I didn't want to just like dip on people. I feel a responsibility to that. So, okay, I came up with this idea Tuesday and Friday, and another stream during the weekend, which is European friendly because we have so many European people. This is irking me, so I'm going to take care of that raw. It didn't help. Whatever. Hey, now it's flat and looks terrible too. Anyway, so what I found is that I thought, well, I'll go 4 hours because instead of having 2 hours 7 times a week, I'll, you know, make up for it. And I found I just ripped my voice apart. My throat would be swollen the next day, and I worried I might do like muscle damage to my voice. So that lasted about 2 weeks, and it kind of freaked me out, and I stopped doing it. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads here. I know Twitch needs more CV play. That was the mission statement to start it, was to get CV play on Twitch reliably, you know, and have people be in a space where they can ask questions, receive information, learn about stuff. And I still feel that's very important. I still feel CV play needs to be represented on Twitch. And I definitely think I'm one of the people that should be doing it. The question is, how do I do it and how often do I do it? because there's another issue that I've come in with the World of Warships community, is that there are a lot of people that think I'm just a dumbass. Which, I mean, hey, everybody's stupid about some shit, but it does get under my skin. And I think admitting that's probably tactically stupid, because now more people just say that, hey, you're a dumbass. But realistically, there's a lot of game to learn. And there are times when I try to justify to myself, I'm on a competitive team. I haven't played much this season, but still, I'm on a competitive clan. CV is my thing. And if I was going to join a baseball team as a pitcher, I'm not working about fielding fucking shit out in the middle of nowhere, making catches and working on batting practice. If I'm a pitcher, I'm going to work on fucking pitching, because that's my gig. And there's nobody else on the team that's doing that other than me. So this is my role. This is my speciality. This is what I'm going to work on. And I feel okay about that. But there are concepts that are worth learning in destroyers and battleships and cruisers and subs, because they're going to be a thing. So having the time to sit down and grind out a DD stream, to do cruiser play on Twitch, to do battleship play, to do sub play, I think all of this is really useful. Not just for the people that are watching and kind of experiencing the ride with me, but for me. Because the more I learn about the game, the better a player I am, and the more I can not only play correctly, but I can communicate correct play to other people. So, while yes, CV play is really important, the other stuff is important too. And I realize that I will never, and I mean never, satisfy people that are just like, fuck this dude, he's a nobody. And I mean that as in ever. I think Notsir is considered a bit of a meme in the community, the competitive community. And yet, if you look at his strats, the statistics, he's basically unicum across the board. Is he the world's best player? No, not necessarily, but literally, he's a unicum, super unicum in some things, I think. And nobody gives a shit. It's not about whether you have the stats to prove yourself or the bona fides or whatever. It's about whether people in the community decide that you're worth listening to, is ultimately what it is. And I recognize that, and fighting a losing fight is probably an exercise in futility. But it's still something that I feel that it's worthy of chasing, because there's more to learn. And this is a game that has a lot to learn, because there's a lot of pieces that interact with each other at the same time. So I'm going to have CV play, but I'm going to have non-CV play. And that's just the reality of it. And I ask that people are understanding. And then secondly, because we're talking about Twitch, I've been playing a lot of BattleTech recently. It's been a nice escape from WoWs. It's been just kind of something that I can personally interact with the game and have a really interesting time with a story. Not a story that somebody sat and wrote where this plot point happens and that plot point happens, but literally just a game that allows you to just exist in a world and stuff happens. And it's simplistic enough, it's basic enough that I'm not overwhelmed. I can just play. And it's forgiving enough that if I fuck up, I can still probably back down a bit and try to recover, pull back from the ashes of defeat, as opposed to something like XCOM, where you get shot in the nuts once or twice, then you just kind of bleed out from the groin and you're dead. So you get to start all over again, which is okay. It's unforgiving. It's okay. But the BattleTech has been a really enjoyable thing for me. And I'm not going to lie, I've been caught up in the story. To the point where I'm literally dreaming about the game. And I mean, it is disrupting my sleep, because if I'm really mentally just engaged in shit, I'm not sleeping very well. So, but I've had a lot of fun. So I'm going to start uploading some of the Twitch stuff that I do up to YouTube. So it'll be there for people that want to enjoy it. If you've never seen the game, I urge you to give it a try, or at least give it a watch, because there is a bit of magic there. I hope that I convey it. I don't know how well I convey it, but I've been really surprised at the reception that I've gotten on Twitch, consistently having 25 to 35 people. And just to put that in perspective, I know I have an audience of 100 to 150 or something when I do World of Warships, but a new streamer may often sit on 2 viewers for a year or few. So the fact that it's even moving to start around 25 to 35 does actually express that there's crossover appeal between WoWs and Battletech, and that it's just genuinely interesting and people are staying attached to it, which I think is fundamentally cool. So Battletech will probably continue to be part of the repertoire. So there will be CV play. There will. I play CV. I talk about CV. I show CV. People ask questions. But there will be surface ship play as well, and subs probably, because subs are interesting. They're weird, but they're interesting, and I'm still trying to figure them out. I just, every time I think I lock in, suddenly I go on a losing streak, and I'm just like, maybe I'm missing something. So still working on that one. And yeah, and then Battletech as well, and God knows what else. Maybe XCOM, maybe a shooter. Fuck, I don't know. But it's been fun, and that's really important to me. I'm really thankful for the community that I have. I love seeing the same people show up every day, or you know, every other few days or something. Twitch to me is, for lack of a better term, a social life. I don't go out to bars and shit. I don't go out to concerts and shit. You know, I hang out with people. I basically host a little party right out of my room here, and there are some people that show up. Some of them like to talk, some of them like to just kind of wallflower and just kind of watch the show, and I find it to be a lot of fun. So for those that are out there watching this, thank you for being part of my community. Thank you for enjoying my content on Twitch, and I hope this was at least useful, just to kind of give, like, well, my perspective on what's going on with Twitch and what I'd like to do in the future. But see ya.